Good morning, or whatever time it is for you. Still pretty dark here. Sun is coming up. I wanted to make a little video for kind of like an energy update for you, what I'm feeling happening right now in the collective. I think the essential thing is that these energies are helping us to clear old patterns that are rooted in lack or addiction. So you might be feeling like these heavy energies, like maybe in your chest, kind of slowly breaking free right now. And as they break free, as they're being dissolved by all the light that's coming in into your being, you'll notice like, oh, you're going to start to feel lighter. You're going to start to feel a bit maybe more vibrant or more just spacious within, so that you can make different choices. And sometimes we don't even realize how much the lack energy and the heaviness and density in our body is making choices for us until they break free. And then we're like, whoa, wow, I actually don't need to go with that old pattern that I felt like I always needed to follow. Sometimes we get kind of just like possessed by lack patterns or possessed by our inner addict, and we don't even know it. We're just like so hooked into identification with it. So right now is a really good time for you to make this kind of like this inner commitment with yourself, this inner intention that you're gonna stay with your highest alignment. And it may be a lot to feel to do that, but you'll hopefully notice, as I am, that right now there's more of this power coming online for us to be with the lack in our chest, to be with the parts of us that feel the most deprived of love and that are in the most need of connection to source. And these are the parts of us that will have us chase things and get us convinced that we need something outside of ourselves to feel fulfilled, etc. And so lots of support coming in for these parts of ourselves that have been abandoned, rejected in the past, hurt. And so like feel into that. Feel if it's a real thing for you right now to have this inner intention to stay with what's true and to not go into old addictive patterns. Feel if you can actually sense that there is more power for you right now. It's like the path has been cleared for you to stay in your highest alignment. And so you might even notice there's not much of a choice anymore. You're just being pulled along in your highest alignment, and you actually can't go into patterns that stem from lack and scarcity anymore. Like that might be the case, and that's a beautiful thing. But just notice, is that inner choice available for you? Can you make that inner choice for like a regime change within your own self? Like letting the highest aspects of you lead the way, and no longer going into identification with that inner addict. Like, is there a regime change that is happening within you right now? And I think there's a lot of that going on Earth right now with these higher frequencies going on. Is a lot of regime changes are taking place where the light actually gets to lead the way, and that darkness that is just separate from love and is just in need of source presence. Really, it's like that darkness now, it can't pull us as much. It's no longer leading the way. So notice, is this a real thing for you? Is this happening? Deep contractions might be arising in the chest and in the belly, maybe the throat. And these contractions, one of the beautiful things about them is they help us to really, because what they need is they need presence. And so they help us to slow down, and they help us to cultivate a deeper presence. So if you're feeling contractions anywhere, slow down for them. Let yourself really be with them. And notice how they actually deepen your awareness. They deepen your ability to be with what is. So contractions are like little inner masters. And so we want to kind of bow before them and just kind of let ourselves go at the pace they need. And this is a beautiful practice, because this will actually help you come into this moment so much more deeply. And this moment will start to feel so much more full if you actually do, if you're actually able to slow down for your contractions. A lot of times in the past, I just want to transmute it or get rid of it, or I go way out ahead of it. It can still happen to this day, but not as much. Let's see what else I put. Oh yeah, I also put the inner contractions are actually what you really want. A lot of times we want the contractions to be gone so that we can go live a certain kind of life or something. But actually meeting your contractions in your chest and in your body fully, that's where the deepest satisfaction exists for you. That's where everything you really want is in the center of your contraction. The contractions actually helping you to be completely and fully here, like here now. So it's like the contractions pulling you into this now moment, and everything that you actually want is in this now moment. It's not somewhere else. So that's a nice thing. Let's see if I said anything else. Kind of covered all that. That's nice. Surrendering the lower for the higher. These energies are really kind of supporting that inner movement, whatever that means for you. It's like we're realizing more and more that the lower doesn't really serve us anymore, and the higher is more available to choose, kind of like I was saying earlier. And so just celebrate that, notice that. And if that's not happening for you right now, that's okay too. No worries. Perhaps there's some excitement bubbling up for living your purpose, and whatever your purpose on this earth realm is becoming more clear. And let me also point out that your purpose is just to exist. Like, your greater purpose is just to be here, digesting what's coming up for you, transmuting darkness and density, healing, and really just purifying and clearing your energy field and your body. That is your ultimate purpose. But within that, an earthly kind of human purpose can birth. And it's usually rooted in creativity and something that's exciting and fun for you, and that feels like, you have a love for it. It's like heart-centered, comes from your heart. So some of you might be feeling some of this excitement bubbling up. Follow it, enjoy it. And there's no need to rush it either. Just let it bubble up and birth on its own timeline. You don't need to get in a hurry with it. I know sometimes we can feel excited and we want to get in a rush, and if you do that, that's totally fine. But just do your best to enjoy the process. It's really there's not much to get out of our purpose except for just enjoying being in our purpose for its own sake. That's really the highest, is just devotion to our purpose for devotion's sake. It's very simple. What we really get out of it is just the feeling of being in alignment. And so just savor that and just like, because sometimes there's this ego layer of it that's thinking like, I'm going to get something out of my purpose. Whatever, attention, I'm going to get rich, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. And it's like, well, maybe, but maybe not. And ultimately those things won't do anything for you in the long run anyways. But what will really do it for you is just being in step and being in sync with who you really are. It's like chop wood, carry water. The reward is the work. And so, just noticing that and just like noticing it's the process of living your purpose is what is actually satisfying. And whatever happens from there happens. There are no guarantees at all. Your devotion to what you know is true will be tested. And so this is always the case. As we deepen more into what we know is true, it will be tested. Like, the universe will really will ask us, do you really actually believe this is true for you? Do you actually know this is true for you in your bones? And these tests are beautiful because they help us reaffirm, like, yes, this is true. This is my truth. This is my highest. And this is how the universe helps us get rooted in something in a really deep way. So just notice that you may have all of these kind of knowings come through. You may start feeling aligned with your highest, and you may know it, and then boom, it might all get tested, and you might have to see, is this real for me? Is this actually true? And so this is a really good thing, actually, because it helps you kind of let go of even more falsehood. It helps you let go of more egoic layers that may have gotten a hold of the whole thing. And so that might happen for you. And lastly, I put these energies are aligning you deeper to who you really are. That's the big key. Lots of yellow today, huh? That's the key here. We're all just becoming more of who we really are. And it's like really, it can be exciting, but it's more just simple. It's more just grounded. That's how it's feeling in my body over here. It's like, yeah, this is who I am. And it's just kind of like this. It's like no big deal. It's just like, it's a resting into what has always been here. It's a relaxing into what has always been here. And then moving from there in every moment, and like making that the priority. Can I move from who I really am in every single moment? Because that's where true satisfaction is. That's where this true sense of well-being exists. It's just being who you are in every moment. And then from there, just letting go and letting outcomes be what they are, letting life unfold how it already is intended to unfold for you, and then not getting too worked up or worried about any of that, but just like grabbing on to the truth of who you are, just rooting down into it and living from there. And yeah, that's true peace. That's true contentment. So hope you enjoyed this video. Just a great time to let go of any worries, any fears, any trying to control life right now too. And just know like life's got it. Life knows what it's doing. You can trust life. You can trust your higher self. You can trust source. You are loved. So that's the message. Much love to you all. Namaste. Oh, I'm going to be posting to Patreon, I think, later today or tomorrow. Look out for that as well. Okay. Much love.